Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, we're stepping back into one of the darkest rabbit holes in modern wellness, the supplement industry. Capsules, powders, gummies, stacks, sleep pills, magnesium, probiotics, greens. Everywhere you look, people are being told to take something. But behind the labels, the promises, and the influencer recommendations, there's a darker question. What are people really putting into their bodies every single day? Fake products, low grade ingredients, hidden fillers, poor regulation, wrong dosages, and people mixing multiple products without truly understanding what they're doing. So tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain because what many people think is health may be doing the opposite. Let's get into it.
Hi, everybody. It's Camryn. Today I'm here with Dr. Chris Cormier, and we're going to be talking about the rabbit hole of the supplement world. Hello, Dr. Cormier.
Hi, Camryn.
Before we begin, it's worth saying that clearly the supplement world has become a very big rabbit hole full of powders, gummies, and influencer recommendations.
So
Yes.
much, like, goodness gracious.
Yes.
When I think about, I've been in practice for almost 3 decades, and where it was 3 decades ago versus where it is now, it's like, it's overwhelming.
Yes.
Like, you don't know who or what's in it or why, or so much to pick from.
Do you think that people are getting the right intention with wanting supplements, but just applying it in the wrong way?
Okay, so there's a lot there. I personally feel like when you're looking for health and wellness, you shouldn't think supplement first. Most people do. And a lot of people come to see us here at the Nerve Health Institute, and they got a giant, garbage bag full of supplements they're taking. And that's not how your body's intended, right? It's not intended for a garbage bags full of supplements. So basically, you want to think of their basic ingredients first that people should focus on more than supplements. And it should be oxygen, number one. Should be water, number two. Should be light energy. Should be frequency. Should be magnetism, right? There's some basic ingredients the human body needs that are beyond nutrients. And then when it comes to nutrients, you focus on your foods first and your drinks, right? Doing a better job there always does a better job. And making sure that you're picking more God-made foods and drinks over the man-made things, because you have the software to process all the God-made things, and the God-made foods have all these nutrients that are built in by him for you. So that's where people should start versus just going straight to a supplement company and doing a ton of supplements.
Agreed. A lot of people nowadays are talking a lot about magnesium, to just take magnesium, take magnesium. Online, you hear a lot about that, but people don't realize that there's many different forms of magnesium that you can take. Could you walk us through some of these different forms and what they do for the body?
Yeah, so basically, just about everybody has deficiency in magnesium. I mean, magnesium's definitely one of the more important elements that we have for our bodies. And this world we're in, filled with stress, literally drains your magnesium tank. And so when you're able to get better magnesium into your system, then your body, if you keep that tank full or keep it somewhere close to full, your body can handle stress better. You can sleep better. Your muscles relax even more with magnesium. So it actually helps get rid of calcium deposits throughout the body as well. So it's got a lot of different functions. Again, I hope you understand, I'm not telling you that that's the only thing in the world that you need is magnesium. I'm not saying that, but it has a big role in the human body. There's different forms, and each form out there is more absorbable. So there's some, like magnesium glycinate is probably the highest absorbable version that you can get. But you could take, like, even a magnesium citrate and get a decent amount of absorption. Some of the other ones maybe don't absorb as well. So, but those on a daily basis, you're going to get more. The magnesium citrate is going to also maybe have kind of a laxative effect, which some people need, right? Some people, it's not a bad idea to clean out your belly, your gut, if it's filled with a lot of toxins. So, and especially the people that are magnesium deficient, they kind of tend to stay constipated, where you hold on to your waist. So me personally, I like the magnesium citrate, where it's in a powder form, And they even sell like things like Calm in the stores.
Yeah.
That's something really good that you can just mix in water. If you take too much of it, it'll really clean you out. So you want to just kind of make a happy mixture of it. But those are just basic things that people could do that maybe they're not aware of.
Yes. Let's move on to vitamin D. That is another one that we're seeing online everywhere. How dangerous is it when people take high doses of vitamin D long term without ever testing their levels and understanding their relationship with vitamin K2, calcium, and magnesium?
It's okay. Your body should be producing its own vitamin D.
Yes.
If you're getting adequate sunlight, and if that whole process of producing vitamin D is happening properly within your body, just getting sunlight regularly will help you produce more vitamin D. Most people do not get enough sunlight on a day-to-day basis. And if you just start doing it now, but you haven't been doing it for 10 years, 20 years, it's going to be hard to catch up and spark up those production centers in your body for vitamin D. So definitely, that's why, in my opinion, so many people are deficient.
Yeah.
There's so many, we're indoors too much, and we should be getting more sunlight. But over time, that process, it's like the process of getting that sunlight and helping the vitamin D get produced in your body, it just doesn't happen anymore. So your body just says it's not working. And then the more vitamin D you take, those production centers say, well, we don't have to produce as much. So you have to be careful with this. I would prefer people to get more sunlight, not all day sunlight, right? But definitely morning time sunlight, periods of the day where you go out, you get 15, 20 minutes of sunlight, and you come back in. Those are times that you'll start to produce more vitamin D. Keep in mind when you're doing this, make sure there's no bad sunscreen on you when you're doing it, because you want that sun to absorb so that you get these periods of it. If you feel like you get burned in 15 minutes, then maybe stay out there for 5. But something where you're trying to crank the production centers back up. Also keep in mind the more skin exposure you have, the better it's going to be for production of vitamin D. So I joke around with patients a lot of times. You probably heard me say this. If I had to tell people, really what to do, it'd be nice for you to go lay out naked in your backyard a couple times a day, right? But my neighbors probably wouldn't appreciate that. So, but the more skin you have exposed to the sun, the better it is. So I would definitely encourage that. On the flip side, you can get your vitamin D levels checked and just make sure that you're not taking too much. But I will tell you that most people are definitely not even anywhere close to producing the amount that their body needs.
A lot of energy influencers also promote B complex supplements, like high doses of B12. Can certain B vitamins, like too much B6 or too much B12, actually create nervous system like deregulation or worsen issues over time?
100%. With any vitamin, you can get too much. It's just a tank that's overflowing. And if you get too much of that particular vitamin, it can cause side effects. So you just really want to be careful when it comes to this. Nowadays, I'll tell you from my perspective, many, many years of having no telling how much money I've spent on vitamins and supplements over the years, trying to find the best of the best. Drives my wife nuts, right? But I've really tried to make this better. So, me and my wife, we have 3 kids, and trying to figure out what people need, right, is hard. I mean, we have a testing mechanism here where we test, we do it in a way that nobody else does, and it's hard to figure out. I think your levels in these nutrients, in these basic nutrients that your body needs, they change. And so nowadays I have a company, it's called Bionic, and basically this company tests your blood, tells you exactly which nutrients you're deficient in, and then they customize an exact formula, and it looks like these little bird feed pellets, and they have a prebiotic coating that go directly through your stomach acid and go right into your small intestine and absorb. So that formula matches exactly what you need on a day-to-day basis. And if you ever want another blood test, you just do another blood test. And it's very inexpensive in comparison, because over the years I've used other companies like this that have had capsules and tablets, and they're $600 a month, and they're $2,000 for the original blood testing. This company's $199 a month. $199 for the original blood testing and $199 a month for your supplements. And that includes omega-3s as well with it.
Iron is another one that a lot of people are talking about nowadays. They are saying that it helps you when you're feeling tired, you should take some iron. How dangerous is it for someone that is taking iron without an iron deficiency?
Yeah, you can cause all kinds of issues by taking anything too much.
Yes.
And I'm that person, right? I want to. If you tell me just I need something, I want to take a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, most people think that way, but people really need to be cautious when it comes to these particular vitamins and supplements and nutrients. You don't want to take too much of something. That's why I really like the company we use because we're able to keep a monitor, and it's affordable.
Fish oil is marketed as one of the healthiest supplements on the market. What should people watch out for in terms of oxidation, poor quality oils, and cheap brands that may actually be doing more harm than good?
Yeah, you can have side effects from these. I was taking a fish oil one time, I'll never forget, and it actually started making me allergic to fish.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been fishing my whole life, and I'll never forget, I was cleaning some fish one day, and I had been taking this supplement, and one of the supplements one of the omega-3s I was taking, I remember getting the bottle and they were kind of stuck together. I guess because maybe they kind of melted in shipping or whatever, and I'm not a wasteful person, so I'm like, I'm going to take it, whatever. Yeah. So I remember putting one of those in my hand, and it got some of the fish oil on my hand. And I remember smelling the fish, and I'm like, ugh, it smelled really bad, but I kept taking it. And not long after that, I was cleaning fish, and I started developing a reaction to the fish that I've never had in my entire life. So I traced it back to that supplement and never used that supplement again. So my point in saying this is sometimes, and I thought that supplement was good, but it really wasn't good. So you got to be really careful when it comes to omega-3s and trying to select a really good blend. Again, that's why I use this particular company, because I know it's good.
Electrolytes, let's talk about those. They have become a major trend with wellness and sports. How concerned should people be about over-consuming the sodium, potassium, and magnesium blends when they don't actually need them?
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of this. Okay, so when it comes to electrolytes, there's a lot of electrolyte blends that have a ton of sodium in it, and people are non-athletes are people that are not sweating, they're not doing any activity on a day-to-day basis or taking these things, and you absolutely, again, just think of these ingredients as like fuel tanks. And you can get too much sodium, you can get too much potassium, you can get too much magnesium. I mean, there are things you can get too much of. So you just want to pay attention with this. I'm a big proponent of starting the day with the beautiful water that we choose, where it's filtered, structured, hydrogen in the water, but then we add a little pinch of salt, and the salt that we use has 84 trace minerals. So you start your day with those 84 trace minerals, a little pinch of it. That's an excellent way to start your day with these electrolytes and minerals that you're deficient in when you wake up in the morning. But in terms of getting a lot of these electrolyte blends and taking a ton of them on a day-to-day basis, it's not good. It is good in moderation.
Kind of like what you were talking about with your fish oils that you had shipped. A lot of people are buying supplements from Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, different things of that nature, because it's easy and quick and accessible. How big of a problem is it, though, do you think, for all these fake copies, poor storage, and low-grade ingredients?
It's scary. It's really scary because one of my colleagues a while back, I'm very blessed to have like this high-level group of people across the world that I've just developed relationships with, and we really try to find the best of the best for people that we're dealing with, right? And one of my colleagues one time was like, oh, if you go to Amazon, you'll see, because we had this really high quality product that we liked at the time. And he's like, if you go to Amazon, I'm going to show you. And he went to Amazon, it looked identical. The bottle looked identical to the manufacturer we were using, the good one, right? But it was a few things that were off on the label, and it was several different versions that looked identical. So these companies, it's disgusting to me, but this is what's happening. They're actually taking something that's really, really good, and it could be really, really good from an excellent manufacturer with excellent ingredients. It could be extremely good for you. And these shysters are out there taking and they're putting whatever in that bottle, crap in a pill, that are just fillers and basically trying to profit off of this company's
Wow.
success and
Yeah.
their ingredients. So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to buying products online.
Agreed. And lastly, at what point does supplementation stop becoming support and start becoming a slow daily stressor on the body?
So you have to make sure that you're doing it. It's like a fuel tank thing. You want to keep the tanks of these minerals, of these vitamins. You want to keep them full in your body, but you don't want to overflow them, and you don't want to keep some of them full and some of them empty.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful balance of when you keep those right ingredients in your system, and you make sure that you're maintaining them. A ton of wellness happens within the body.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Cormier. That does conclude our talk for today. I hope you guys have a great night.
If this podcast spoke to you, or if you feel like you have family members or friends that have these types of conditions that could benefit from this particular technology, then all you need to do is become a Bodychargers member or tell them about Bodychargers. Remember, it's our community that I created to help people at home with the best technologies in the world to be able to help you to self-heal your body at home and maximize your self-healing. So go to Bodychargers, become a member. That's the easiest way to get this done. And we look forward to serving you and your family. Also, if you want a higher level of care, we have the Nerve Health Institute you can always come to. That's our clinic where we have higher level services here to be able to help you. So I hope you enjoy, and we look forward to serving you and your family, and look forward to our next podcast.